Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rate That Full Art Supporter, and today we're going to be looking at no other than Winona after quite a bit of a break now. So let's carry on with these episodes and see how far we can get, shall we? Well, first of all, we are going to look at what can this card actually do, because for some of you it may have been a while since you actually played this card. Some of you may not even know it, but what does it do? It lets you search your deck for up to 3 colorless Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. What is really cool about this card is notice that there's no restriction on what kind of colorless Pokemon you can find. That means it can be Vs, VMAXs, EX, GX, level max, level X, whatever, any colorless Pokemon. No restrictions whatsoever. So this actually seems pretty good for this card, but, well, playing at a time, I didn't use it. I don't know if you used it, but let me know. But before we get there, what you guys rated, let's see what this card was called around the world. So covering all the different languages here, so anything from German to Vipke, we have in Italian, Alice and Alana in Spanish, and Alice in French, and maybe I'm mispronouncing everything here, but you know what? I'm not very good at pronouncing, but let me hear if I messed it up completely. One of the only languages that actually keeps the English name is the Portuguese and Brazilian, right? So, of course, there's a distinction between the two, but we're not going to get into that discussion here, but they still call the card Winona. So, with that said, let's see what you guys actually rated this card. And remember, the scale goes from 1 to 5, 1 being bad, 5 being great. And we start looking at standard. And remember, this was when the card was in standard format. And you see a nice little bell shape, sorta, if you really force it onto here. But you see most people go for a 3. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It's an okay card. What surprises me is actually in expanded, it is rated somewhat higher. Well, in the sense that there's more 4s there, which surprised me already. It does have a lot more 1s, and we can see a really divide in opinion here. So I personally don't find this card very good, but hey, maybe. At least the card is sort of unique, as can also be seen from the uniqueness graph in the lower left corner. There's no 5s, however, but it takes a lot of 3s and 4s, showing that, hey, this card was rarely unique, at least for searching colorless Pokemon. And just like with most of these kind of full art supporters here, it scores pretty well on the artwork. So, well, it doesn't give it a huge advantage here, but some people actually find it rather boring, giving it a 2 or even a 3, being out. This is okay, it's not great, but it gets its fair share of 4s and 5s, as you can see. So this actually promises pretty well for the supporter. I must admit, I did not expect this. So looking at the averages, we rate each of them equally, so 1/4 each, to give a combined rating of, in this case, 3.16. Remember, scale from 1 to 5. They're getting a 3.16 is still above the middle in terms of the grading scale, but where does that actually place the card on the list? Well, where are we right now? So let's take a look. We are now with around 23 supporters. Charon still in the bottom. Where does Winona place itself? Well, at 15th place, right between Cirrosic and Iris. I still find it so surprising that Cirrosic didn't receive a better grading, but that's my opinion. Maybe the artwork was kind of lame compared to many others, but a 15th place for Winona is much better than I expected, I must admit. So, with that said, did you guys put in some bonus facts for me? Yes, you did. And remember, if you want to share your bonus facts for any future cards coming up, well, respond to the survey that you can find in the description here below, that you can help me rate the newest cards as well. And now, what do we have for you guys here? Mega Ray. Well, I played a lot of Mega Ray, but I never played Winona. I just thought there was simply better choices out there. And besides these facts, take a moment to read them. But one thing I want to point out is here indeed that you have this super nice Japanese only card, correct me if I'm wrong, from which you can get the gym badges with her on as well. In English, from what I know, we only had the gym badges with the original Kanto leaders. So here, it's a little different, of course. So maybe you can fill in some blanks from here, because I don't know much about these Japanese cards in that case. But these are the bonus facts that you guys send in. So remember, if you want to see for new bonus facts for the next one, well, respond to the survey below. And which one is the next one, you may think? Well, if you know your orders of full art supporters, you already know. But to show you here, the next one being indeed Steven. So, until next time.